that you may grow to love her too much.
More than a decade after the Na'vi repelled the human invasion of Pandora, Jake Sully, Sam Worthington, a former human, who fell in love with Neytiri and befriended the Na'vi after becoming a member of the Avatar program, eventually taking their side in their conflict with humans and leading them to victory. He left his human body to permanently become one of the Na'vi lives as chief of the Omatikai clan and raises a family with Neytiri Zoe Saltal, which includes his sons, Needion James Flatters and Lo Britton Dalton, his biological daughter, Tuke Trinity Jolie Bliss, his adopted daughter, Kiri Sigourney Weaver, born from Grace Augustine's inert Na'vi avatar, and a human boy named Miles Socorro Spider Jack Champion, the son of Colonel Miles Quaritch, Stephen Lang. Colonel Miles Quaritch, a human who led the security forces of the RDA, the human organization colonizing Pandora, in their conflict with the Na'vi, who was born on Pandora and was unable to be transported to Earth, in Christ as due to his young age. The Na'vi sent all the humans back home, but kept the scientists like Norm and Max to help continue their study of the Na'vi ecology and biology. To the Na'vi's dismay, humans return to Pandora to prepare it for colonization. As Earth is dying, they erect a new main operating base, named Bridgehead City. Among the new arrivals are recombinants, Na'vi avatars, with the memories of deceased RDA Marines, with Quaritch recombinant as their leader. General Francis Hartmore Eddie Falco is the commander in charge of the planet. Jake initiates a guerrilla campaign against the RDA supply lines by attacking a maglev train carrying weapons. Quaritch and his recombinants conduct a counterinsurgency mission. Against Jake, they are dropped close to the magnetic mountains in the hope that the Na'vi DNA will not trigger the immune response from the local ecosystem. Capturing his children, the children come across Miles' team, looking for footage of their last encounter with Jake and Neytiri. When they are cut off and captured by Miles, Spider learns that Miles is his father and that he was killed by Neytiri. Jake and Neytiri arrive and free most of them, but Spider is taken by Quaritch, who recognizes him as his son. He decides to spend time with him in order to draw Spider on his side, and in turn, Spider teaches Quaritch about Na'vi culture and language. Aware of the danger Spider's knowledge, he knew their entire base and tactics of operations, of his whereabouts poses to their safety. Jake and his family exile themselves from the Omatikai and retreat to the Metcaina Reef People clan at Pandora's eastern seaboard, where they are given shelter, even though some tribes consider them to have demon blood for their genetic human heritage. The family learns the ways of the Reef People. Kiri develops a spiritual bond with the sea and its creatures. She gets the ability to summon and command them. And Lo befriends Sireya Bailey Bass, a graceful and strong freediver of the Metcaina, the daughter of clan chief Tanawari Cliff Curtis and his wife, Ronald Kate Winslet, a freediver of the Metcaina and Tanawari's wife, who is pregnant. Jake tells Tanawari that he has left the war behind him and only seeks safety of his family. He is allowed to stay, and Jake is very keen to ensure that his family respect the ways of the Metcaina. Loa gets into a fight with Sireya's brother Aonin Philip Geljo. When he returns to apologize at Jake's insistence, Aonin and his friends entice him to a trip into the territory of a dangerous sea predator and leave him stranded on purpose and far away from their village. Loak is attacked by the predator and is about to be killed, when it is saved by and befriends Payakon, a token, an intelligent and pacifistic cetacean species, whom the Metcaina consider their spiritual family. Payakon is a loner and sees Loak also as a loner and hence saves him. Upon his return, Loa takes the blame on himself, winning Aonin's friendship, but is told that Payakon is an outcast among his species. On a trip to the Metcaina's Tree of Souls, Kiri links with it to meet her mother, but suffers a violent seizure. She is healed by Ronald, but when Jake calls Norm Spellman, Joel David Moore, and Max Patel de Librow for help, Quaritch is able to track them to the archipelago where the Reef People live, bringing Spider with him. He commandeers a whaling vessel, led by Captain Nick Scoresby Brendan Cowell, the head of a private sector marine hunting vessel, on the planet of Pandora. Dr. Ian Garvin Jemming Clement, a marine biologist, which is hunting tokens to harvest their brain enzymes for creating anti-aging remedies named Emrita. Quaritch begins to brutally question the indigenous tribes about Jake's location. Failing that, he orders the whaling crew to wantonly kill the tokens in order to draw Jake out. Loa manually links with Pa Yakon and learns that the Tolkien was cast out because he went against the ways of his species and attacked the whalers who killed his mother. In the attack, many Tolkien were killed, and Pa Yakon was blamed for using violence and violating the ways of their species. When the Metkayina learn of the Tolkien killings, Loak takes off to warn Pa Yakon, followed by his siblings, Sirea, Eonin, and Roxo Dwayne Evans, Jr. They find Pa Yakon being chased by the whalers, and Loak, Sirea, and Took are captured by Quaritch, with their children in danger. Jake, Neytiri, and the Metkayina set out to confront the humans. Quaritch forces Jake to surrender, but seeing his soul brother imperiled, Pa Yakon attacks the whalers, triggering a fight that kills most of the crew and critically damages the vessel, causing it to sink. Medium rescues Loak, Sirea, and Spider, but is fatally shot and killed. Jake faces Quaritch, who uses Kiri as a hostage. When Neytiri does the same with Spider, Quaritch at first denies his relationship with him but desists when Neytiri cuts Spider across the chest. A fight ensues between Jake and Miles as the vessel continues to sink. Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri, and Took end up trapped inside the sinking vessel. Jake strangles Quaritch into unconsciousness and is rescued by Loak and Pa Yakon, and Kiri summons sea creatures to help her save Neytiri and Took. Spider finds and rescues Quaritch, but renounces him for his cruelty and rejoins Jake's family. After Nidium's funeral, Jake informs Tanawari and Ronal of his decision to leave the Metkayina. Tanawari, however, respectfully identifies him as part of the clan and welcomes his family to stay. Jake and his family accept and forge a new life at sea, with Jake vowing to keep fighting the human invaders.